Hey there fans, welcome back to our channel. We've got another action figure review. This time we're going back to G.I. Joe. We did Gargoyles, we did Transformers, now we're back to G.I. Joe. And we've got from the G.I. Joe classified line a Cobra agent named Copperhead. I remember having the original figure. It was like 3 3/4 inch action figure. One of my favorite toy lines back from the 80s. All the vehicles that it came with, all the different characters. It had a slew of different characters, so it was an awesome pastime. And then to see now the line come to the 6-7 inch figure is pretty cool. The line first started out trying to modernize some of the costumes. I don't know if that worked for them. It worked for me. I liked most of them. Like I definitely liked Scarlets and Dukes. I did not like Roadblocks, to be honest with you. So I'm glad that they made a classic version of him. But looks like based on the success that the line is having, they're doing just classic renditions of the old of their old costumes, right? So here we've got Copperhead. Let's go ahead and take a look at the package, right? We've got a nice image here in the front with some nice background. Looks like some type of pyramid there in the background. He looks like he's in some type of a jungle atmosphere. It's pretty cool. You've got an illustration of the face. You got the accessories coming over the line, and then you've got the G.I. Joe classified logo with a Cobra logo down below, right? So not too bad. Flip it on over, and here we can see this is number 72. This is the 72nd action figure of this line. I think this is cool the way they have each of them numbered, right? You know who's coming out where. Let's take a look on the other side. Again, we got that same illustration of the face. It's a close-up. If you zoom in on the eyes, he looks really intense. You know, it looks like he's about to kill you. He's got a machete in his hand, obviously you could see there. And then we flip it on over to the back, and here's the action figure. This looks like a 3D rendition, the ones that they normally announce during either Comic-Con or something like that, right, during their Pulse Cons. And then we've got the accessories. He does come with the machete. It comes with 2 different types of guns with the holster. And you can see some of the detail. He's got a tattoo here. And then he's got, I don't know if that's a backpack. Can't really tell. Oh no, it's another holster. So this holster here is not for the, he's got 2 holsters. One for his leg and this one's on his back. Apparently one of these guns is a little bit longer. Or it could be the machete holster. Could be that too. Nothing much underneath. Up at top, you got the G.I. Joe logo right there. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open and see what he looks like. All right, so here he is out of the package. As you can see, he's got a really cool face helmet. It covers most of his face. I mean, it's core to the character. I like this, the color scheme, right? You've got this like greenish color, like you got a forest green or solid green over a neon green, which looks really nice with obviously the black accents. Looks pretty cool. He does have his tattoo there on the side. I don't know if you can see it on the arm there. Pretty nice overall. Having some issues standing him, so he may need to stand, but so far so good. Not too bad. Look at the detail all around it. Again, you've got the holster here. You've got the peg holes here. You've got another holster right here. So not too bad, not a whole lot, to be quite frank. But the detailing looks nice. You could see the detailing in the belt and on the straps that he has. Overall, not too bad. Nothing really big about this character to set him apart, like to wow me. Like when I look at characters that really wowed me, I'm looking at, like, for instance, maybe Zartan or General Blood, who had phenomenal face sculpting. Really just set the bar as far as sculpting goes. But we can't see his face because he's got the mask or the helmet on. So let's take a look at the accessories that he's come with. I'm going to open up this paper wrapper here. And we can see here, sure enough, he's got his machete that he comes with. So we're going to put that right there. He's got this additional gun holster or machete holster. I don't know what, it could be either or, but it goes on his back, right? And then he's got one of the guns here. It's got a scope on it. And then we've got the smaller pistol right here. So let's go ahead and pose him up and see how he looks. All right, so here is the action figure with some of the accessories already in place. He's got the machete in his hand. He's got, for the smaller pistol, he's got the holster right here. Now, this holster does come with a strap, so you can strap it in there in a little hole. A cool idea. Unfortunately, my the peg here is not fitting into the hole. I've tried it several times and it's just not working. So that's unfortunate. Then we've got the backpack, and it carries the gun with the scope on it. So also has a strap right here, which is cool. Let's see if I can get this one to fit in. I didn't try this one before. I'm only going to try one since the video's going, or we're recording. Nope, doesn't fit in there either. So cool idea, unfortunately poor execution. Now, I do have a major QC issue. This arm does not bend. I have tried and I'm afraid to break it. So this arm does not bend. It's quite unfortunate. Thankfully, I only display them in my shelf case. So I'm not the type to really play with them, you know, or do other things with them. They just, I'm just collecting them at this point. They're literally sitting in my garage collecting dust. But I mean, it's the nostalgia, right? It's childhood memories. So so yeah, I do enjoy it. So I'm gonna back this guy up so we can see here. So overall, as far as the articulation goes, not too bad. I mean, again, it's pretty much the same thing. You've got your upper torso bend, you've got some waist rotation, you've got some head rotation around the shoulders, right? Bicep rotation, would be an elbow rotation if this arm bend. You've got some wrist rotation. This arm bends with no problem, right? You've got your leg, no problems there. You got your knee, no problems there. Got your ankle, slight side swivel on the ankle, right? Definitely goes up and down. No toe articulation, that's okay though. So overall, I mean, that's pretty much standard for what we get in today's action figure world, right? And I'm okay with it. It's not lacking, so I'm totally fine with that. So let's go ahead and take a look and pose him up with some of the other characters, see how he looks. All right, and here we've got some other of the characters from the line. Since I mentioned General Blood and Roadblock, I figured I'd put them in here. To be quite honest with you, it's been a long time since I've seen G.I. Joe. I think I showed the G.I. Joe movie to my kids maybe last year, the year before. But as far as watching the episodes and stuff like that, man, it's been a while. So I don't really remember the character as far as like being in the show. If he has any arch nemesis or any arch enemies, who's got it in for him, who's got like this duel with him or whatever the case may be. So I really can't tell you who to pair him up with, right, as far as that goes. But I just figure since I mentioned these particular characters, I'd show them off together with these guys. So as you can see here, nice. It's a nice figure. It's nice. It's a nice line overall, right? If you are a G.I. Joe fan and if you're a collector of these, I think the level of accessories is usually pretty good with these guys. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to accessories, I do think the G.I. Joe's, the G.I. Joe line has more than the Transformer line, to be quite honest with you. In a lot of cases, they do come with blast effects. Usually, I think that's usually the figures that are like higher than a deluxe. But I do have some that have some blast effects that you can fit in there. I wish all of them would come with blast effects, to be honest with you, out of the gun. But it is what it is. The only thing I would say with this particular figure would be, again, a head sculpt without the helmet. I think that would be good to have. Very similar to the last action figure that we reviewed, which was Torpedo, right? We only get him we see his face, but we don't see the entire head without the head covering. So I think an alternate head would have been really good to have in this particular case. Overall, I think the figure is a good figure. Unfortunately, this one that I got had a QC issue. I'm sure that if I picked up another one, it's not going to have that issue. Like I said, I only display them, so I don't really, it's not a big deal. I don't need to go out and get another one, thankfully. The straps were cool, but again, both of them don't work. I may have to play around with it a little bit more to get it in there, but I wish it would have been a little bit easier. But guys, that's pretty much it. That's my review. If you are interested in this line and if this is a character that looks cool to you, by all means, I recommend picking it up. Take care. Till all are one. Peace out.